Welcome to Astro Vedic, and welcome everyone that they have the interest just to see what is going on in 2025 for every single Vedic ascendant. By the way, in Vedic astrology, we do not use ascendant, we use Lagna. Lagna, it is a very deep word, the meaning of how you get born, and it is the most important, the time that when you get born and you came on the earth. So today we will talk about 4 planets that will change another zodiac sign and the impact that will have for every single one. Those who do not know the ascendant, you can go to my site to order it or try it on Vedic astrology applications online. So let's see the first planet, Jupiter. Jupiter will transit into Gemini on May 14, 2025 and will remain there until May 14, 2026. Saturn will transit in Pisces from March 29, 2025 until February 23, 2028. Rahu, Ketu, the lunar nodes, will change their sign for 18 months. Rahu will enter Aquarius at the end of May 2025 until December 2026. Ketu will enter Leo in May 2025 until December 2026. Do not forget that any event in your life will always take place only after analyzing the Mahadasha and Dardasha positions and aspects of the planet, and basically for every single individual. So depends on your personal chart also. There we go, starting with Aries. Aries Lagna. Jupiter will be in Gemini, in your 3rd house, will encourage growth in your communication, learning, short travels. You can do excellent while giving interviews. So if you want to crack that dream job, then this is the best time for you. And you may experience improvement in your relationships in general with people, because 3rd house is communication, and Jupiter, as you know, is a natural benefic. So whenever he goes, there will tend to bless you, will improve relationships with your neighbors, with your siblings, and you can explore new areas, new hobbies, new interests, and maybe career-wise. So this is a period that is very good for you. And also you have the aspect of the 11th house and also aspecting the 9th house, where is the natural house of the Jupiter. So I will say to you that this is a phenomenal period for your profession. Also, networking, people communication, gains, all this. And if you put accent to communication and use any media, 100% you are going to improve your business. Saturn will be in your 12th house in Pisces, and this will need some introspection to your life. It's like you have to become a bit more spiritual. Most important is you have to learn detachment, and you have to focus on managing your expenditure, because if you are spending too much money, then you may see what is happening. Jupiter is aspecting your 11, so he will increase your money, but Saturn in the 12th house will increase your expenditure also. So it's like saying, you are earning a lot, but you are not able to save much. But the problem here is Jupiter. So he will aspect here only for 1 year. And you must save much than you can do. Jupiter will change sign and aspect after the 12th house. So why I say that Jupiter will change, when will change sign, you'll see that you cannot have control to your expenses. It will be a trouble. Why? Because it will go in the 12th house of expenditure. So both planets will be there later in the next year. Does mean expenses will increase. So try to save some money in 2025, being detached for every single thing, a material zone, just to be able to save some money. Because the positive side of Saturn in the 12th house is taking responsibilities. And you know something? Saturn, it is the lord of the 11th house and of the 10th house. So you can get a lot of opportunities in foreign lands, career opportunities overseas. You need to understand that during this time, some people are trying to come and intimidate you. It's like intimidate you. Have to draw the line. Because you need to understand that during this time, people are trying to come and intimidate you. Have to draw the line. You see, Rahu will be in your 11. So this is fantastic. Again, is fantastic for your profession, because this transit here can bring gains through unconventional, means huge network circles will come to you and will increase social interactions, especially with foreigners, and you may get a lot of support from friends or from networks in general. 11th house shows people of all kinds, so it could be anybody here. Your spouse, your in-laws, your family, anybody can support friends, especially your friends. But you have to be aware, where is Rahu? Rahu is in the 11. Lot of people will come to you, apparently give you something, but you have to understand that they have some inner motives behind. So they may not be literally your friends, and they might backstab you for some reason. And then Ketu in the 5th house. It's great for spirituality, for discovering, maybe discovering your original creativity. You can use some creative work, or maybe your child, because the fifth house is karka of the children. And something else it is that Ketu is saying to you, pastime. So maybe when you were a child, you had a hobby, you want to do something, but now when you become an adult, you got responsibilities and you left that hobby. So it is possible to might start maybe doing that particular hobby. It is very much possible with Ketu in the fifth house. In fifth house is chanting of mantras, so that will help you a lot. And for you, Aries, next year is time where you should do practice, spiritual practice, because Saturn and Ketu are involved with the 5th and 12th. So no negotiable. And Jupiter in 3rd, Rahu in 11 will give you a lot of opportunities in your profession and overall in the all your external world. So the best thing you should do is do whatever you can, put all your energies, put all your efforts, but at the same time be detached. Detach and remember that every single thing can be taken away from you of any moment. Just because Rahu, it is in a house of desire. Whatever will give to you, he can take it back. So be very careful also with the people that you talk and who they are, your really friends. So all the best, Aries. Let's go to Taurus. Taurus Lagna. So Jupiter will transit to your 2nd house. This is fantastic for you. Financial stability, opportunity for gains through communication. Why communication? Because your first communication, it is from your mother when you start to speak. Also through finance sector, here they are, it is the house of the banks, through investing, through hospitality, industry, or something like tourism, hotels, through recreation or family-related activities. And this is also very good in general if you want to get married. And if you are looking to get married and you want to have children, then also this is the perfect time, and you should also focus a bit on your savings, because here that's happened to be your savings, and build a strong foundation, because the 2nd house shows your foundation. And when Jupiter is transiting your 2nd house, is the best time to build your foundation. So the 2nd house also shows your family and your self-worth. Anybody who feels like family to you. So it's a great time to expand. Maybe you have some friends and with them you can become more close. It is possible. And Saturn will be in the sign of Pisces, as you know, which is your 11th house. So this is phenomenal. This is brilliant. This will promote you like a steady growth in your profession, long-term goals, realistic progress will be made for your life vision, for your goals, desire about career, marriage, wealth. So it's a very good combination for you in this year. Will be a lot of commitment which will be done here. Jupiter and Saturn transiting in these two houses, it means money will flow. So, but there's another good news for you, which I'll give you in a moment. So for you, Jupiter, Saturn, it indicate that you will make a lot of money, but you will have to put efforts, especially with Saturn in 11. Things can be a bit slow sometimes, but will give you gradual growth and the best news for you. And you are the winner of this year because Rahu will be in the sign of Aquarius, which is again your 10th house. So Rahu will bring out your unconventional streak in your career. Something's completely bizarre can happen in good sense, because Rahu in 10 is the best placement, because 10 house is where the sun gets direction. So it's directional strength, and Rahu loves to eclipse the sun and the moon. So this is the best time for you to capitalize on the brand new career opportunity. So to get into trendy things like AI or whatever, some technology you should learn, some leadership role you should aspire, like a senior manager, CEO, something like that. But depending on your dasha and your age, of course, if the promise of the event it is there, so this can be your best period of your life and your profession. There is no better year for you. And hope you transit now very good dasha. If we go here to Ketu, that is in the 4th house. So this shows you might feel a bit detached from your home. You may work a lot. You may realize that you are not spending time at home at all. You are only working, and your family might complain. And sometimes it's happening. It's like maybe you need to be present there in your career to advance in your career. All the time when you see a house, just mirror to the one that is opposite. So sometimes with Ketu, it is like a detachment. Sometimes it's like detaching by force, because you have to do the best of the best for you. I will just say to you not to talk back to any relative of your family, because all the time they expect only replies just to make fight. Just put your attention to your career, you know. It's the best time for your profession grow, because you have also the 2nd house with the Jupiter, so 11th house with Saturn and 10th house. It's a very good combination for your career. And you know something, Rahu, it is phenomenal. Just be careful of things in your home because of Ketu, and more specific, in the new years, Mars transit over the year, all ascendant, will impact you a lot. But this we are going to have in the next video for every single ascendant. Now let's go to Gemini Lagna. What is going on here? So here we have the Jupiter in your first house. So Saturn will be in your 10th house, Rahu will be in your 9th house, and Ketu will be in your 3rd house. Again, we have brilliant houses here, most powerful houses, at least the first one, you know, the 10th house and 9th house transit for you, it is one of the best. So just having in mind that this year will be one of the best and great time for professional growth. Be optimist because of the Jupiter in the first house will increase wisdom, learning from your guru, teachers, mentor. Some of you maybe will take in account a spiritual life. It's great time to watch on your self-confidence. That may get a boost of you. And I feel like you are going to feel good about yourself, and others may find your personality, it's very magnetic, and you need to take advantage of this transit, especially because when you go on initiate new projects, try to do something new, explore new people, new friendships, new communities, new spiritual practice. So overall, it's a great transit for self-development. And then Saturn in Pisces in 10th house, very good. Here we have to deal with your career responsibilities that will increase, and Saturn transit will bring stability, will bring growth in your personal and professional pursuit. So if you have any plans to start your own company or having a side hustle or getting a promotion, then this is the best, the perfect time. Yes, will be hard work and perseverance is required, but you know, with these qualities, you are going to grow a lot in your professional life. Saturn will be in the 10th house, and Rahu, as you know, is in Aquarius in the 9th house. And Rahu transit in the 9 will bring some unusual opportunities for spiritual gathering and also higher learning, foreign travel. You need to understand that during this time you need to be a bit cautious about people from whom you are taking guidance, because it might happen if your dasha is not very good, it might happen that that particular people will give to you a wrong information, false news, you know, fake news. So therefore, if you are going to get a career consultation or marriage consultation or astrology consultation from astrologer, please make sure you check their credential properly and experience, just to know for sure that whatever it is will help you, and it's not something that will induce you in some other ways, you know. And it is great time to get a guide also, like hitting the gym, let's say, because here it's not that losing weight, but in the same time you need to do gym, because Ketu here, it is in your third house, and natural, the third house, it is Mars. So what is doing Mars? It's gym guy. So maybe you can hire a trainer, and this will improve your strength, your power challenging, your courage to be the first. So I will still say it's a very powerful placement, because this will force you to introspect in your communication and ask these questions to yourself. You will be a little confused about your purpose in this world, that, you know, it's like, what the heck I'm going? Do I need to fit in this world? Why I am here? And why I'm doing certain things that I don't know why I'm doing that. So 100% you are going to have an introspection in your personal courage also. And don't forget, Jupiter is already in the first house, so this will help you identify yourself. So this is a period where you should focus on being mindful of what are you doing. And let me say to you, basically an example. Maybe you want to write something, okay? So here will tell you if you have to write less or write more rather than you know. And here will learn you to have patience in the same time, and what you really write in the third house. But in the same time, it's telling you not to make decision impulsively, because through can make, you know, something that you don't want to do. Do not forget that this third house have to deal also with your younger siblings, neighbors. So just focus on your communication, self-improvement, career, learning, basically self-growth, self-improvement, and focus on working your skill with hard work, and you'll have a great year, Gemini, all right? So you 100% you're gonna be in a very good position in this year, especially with Jupiter in the first house. And I wish you to have a great year. Just believe in yourself and focus, you know, in your career, basically, in this year. So let's go to Cancer. What we have here in 2025 for you, Jupiter will be in the 12th house. So Saturn will be in your 9th house. Rahu will be in your 8th house. And Ketu will be in your 2nd house, Leo. So what does this tell me here? Self-discovery. Because Rahu here, it's in the house of transformation, secret, single. So the 9th house here, I have the feeling that they are your inner conflicts, inner challenges, inner ideal. So whatever you believe, and here it is a huge challenge for you, basically. In the second house, Ketu, it is your value. Maybe you confronting your weakness, and this is what it drags you down. You see, 9th house, it is enlightenment, and you are checking about your self-esteem. What is important? What do I value? What is matter for me? So 2025, it is a question for yourself. What is matter in my life? What is actually important? And in the other hand, we have Jupiter in Gemini in the 12th house. So this is a period of introspection and spiritual exploration. So you must do spiritual practice. Try to visit some spiritual community regularly. So this transit can bring insights about your own self through meditation, solitude, and also at times going overseas, but that's not mandatory. It could happen because of the 9th house here. It's linked with the Saturn, and it's active because of the Saturn here. But in the meantime, what is important, it's important to do an introspection to your expenses. If you don't want to spend, then you can get out of control. You don't, basically it's attracting you with Jupiter, because Jupiter magnetizes that and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So 9th house with the Saturn will promote a realistic approach to beliefs, and maybe you'll understand what is matter in life and not just to spend money in the shopping, And here, maybe will come somebody in your life like a guru, a counselor, or maybe a father figure here. But with Saturn in 9th house, you may deepen your faith and understanding through learning. Maybe you want to learn something in this year. Maybe one like courses or mentorships. Every single thing that will be there for you, or maybe your mentor will discipline you. Just respect him and it's okay. You're gonna take lessons. Rahu in Aquarius, transformation, secrets, mystical experience, interest towards occult. So can be also occur gains or losses from the stock market. And there's a situation where you feel that you can do much better, but you have to confront your weakness. You have to confront your inner demons, lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion, cowardness, madness, because of Rahu. This is Rahu here. And this could bring you certain financial changes. There could be a situation where there is a certain job loss. But you have to look to your dasha, if it's good or not. Please be very careful on your financial side, because if it is a job loss, you need to understand that you have to make savings. And when it's something like that, most of them with the Rahu in the 8th house, they will go in depression, and this is a bit tough. You must be on guard. So whenever you see something is wrong, you have to detect it immediately and you have to act on it. If you see that your manager or your senior is giving you feedback about your bad performance, then it could be a red sign. So you need to know that particular sign, you know. Ketu in the second, this will encourage you to be a bit detached for your finances now. Jupiter in the 12th, Ketu in the second, this could be amazing combination where you are a bit detached regarding your finance, or you are just detached by force. So you are not able to gain. You can't gain here. And you are losing in terms of finance and professional life just because you can't be detached. It's like when you are thinking all the time about money, 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 that particular time when you fight more and more that you want that particular money, Ketu will detach you. So you are going to lose. It's like making you poor. But in the same time, if you do not think about money and you pray, Ketu brings to you money. Because sometimes maybe we think about having a luxury life, every single thing to be great and great and great. And you need to understand that when you do not run to something, that something will come to you because you just do nothing except praying. And this will help you a lot. Why? Because also Jupiter, it is in your 12th house. And you become friend with God. You become friend with the monk that is Ketu. So that will bring you money without to understand how they come. So this period for you, Cancer, it's self-discovery, control of your weakness, control of your expenses. But every single thing, if you learn the lesson of detachment, will be every single thing okay in 2025. Let's go to Leo Lagna. So as you see, Jupiter, it is in Gemini in 11th house. Saturn, it is in your 8th house in Pisces. Rahu, it is in Aquarius in 7th house, and Ketu in Lagna. You know, Ketu, it is without head. And this will be a bit a problem here. And basically depending also on your dasha, the transit that you have also. And also for you, I'm just going to say that will be a difficult year because Saturn, it is in your 8th house. General transit will be very good from the aspect of Jupiter. The single one that will not let us to be fast on that will be Saturn. So Jupiter here will bring to you name, fame, power, position, success, friends, be, with power. So Jupiter will bring you gains in your career, health, marriage, property. Why? Because 11th house, it is your desire, your goals. So will give you success, and you will expand your network circle, your social circle that will help you achieve your long-term goals. Very important. Networking and community involvement will be high scores here, because this one will bring to you big expansion. So I will say to you here that you should get associated with some spiritual community or some community where you can give your services, contribute yourself, maybe as a charity, or even, for improving your career, or, improving your health. Gym membership will be good for you, or something like that. It will be fantastic, because this will bring you great rewards by strength, the Mars, courage, health, leader. I remind you guys, 2025 is 9, it's Mars. Every single thing will be settled by Mars in 2025. We have this aspect of the other planets. In the next video, stay tuned. I am going to have you for every single one the transit of Mars. Now, let's go to Saturn. Being in the 8th, it might bring focus on your inner transformation. You will be getting gains in 2025, but the gains will not come at the speed that you want, which means you have to be patient, you have to wait, and there will be delays. Sometimes will be disappointments, setbacks, but it's like a stepstone for your success. But you have to understand that 8th house is not a good house. 11th house, it's a good one, but in this time, it's like you have a mix up here, good and bad. Jupiter in 11 will give you gains, but because Saturn, it is in 8, will force you to see why do you want these gains, and is really worth, because sometimes it's happening. Maybe we are running behind something material, and then we realize that is not worth it. And sometimes we give up by ourselves. So I will say to you, better focus on your shared resources and health. And it's very important to take care of your health, because another malefic Ketu is in your ascendant. So you need basically to take care of your body. The first house is talking about your health. So you need to take care of yourself at first. And try to have good relationships with people, because 8th house shows other people and your deep relationships. From 7th house, it's people in general, but 8th house shows with whom you have strong, intimate connections. So you have to keep a balance, because Rahu is in your 7th. So this will bring partnerships, both personal and business, and they might be a bit unconventional. Why I'm saying that? Because Rahu is like that. So if you are single, and your Mahadasha, Antardasha is good for marriage, you might get married to somebody foreign, or a person from a different religion or different caste, different language. So you may attract this kind of individuals here. And suddenly you may realize they are not what you want or what they say they are. So wherever it's sitting Rahu, just have to be a bit cautious with letting somebody inside your inner circle. Yes, could be a romantic person or some friend, a relative, or anybody that you have to verify what they say. So please don't let anybody come into your life. And of course, Ketu, it is in the first house. This can encourage you to go towards spirituality and be a bit detached. And it might discourage you from getting ego and driven results. So for example, you are going and fighting with somebody, it's just to satisfy your ego. So Ketu will not be happy if you do that. So embrace this time for inner growth and self-reflection at the same time, because Jupiter in 11, and you are allowed to pursue all materialistic desires and also your spiritual goals. So in short, it's a great period to be successful, but with some obstacles and with inner introspection, and be detached and be careful with other people that might show something else. Don't forget that Rahu, it's a shadow. It's a confusion. And also with Ketu, you are going to be confused. And if your dasha, it's not a good one, you might also get cheated by your partner, by your business partner, by anybody else. So please be careful with people and take care of you, and be blessed and have a very good year 2025 if you really take in advance every single thing what I say now. Let's go now to Virgo. So what is going on to Virgo? We have Jupiter in the 10th house in Gemini. This is a great period for your professional growth, recognition, professional expansion, opportunities for leadership positions. So here will come many things will grow, gain through, mentors or higher authorities. And if we go to see that Saturn also will be in the 7th house in Pisces, my God, this is the best position of Saturn. He loves to be there, where Saturn is extremely powerful here. So we'll give to you a lesson, because this is the commitment in relationships, partnerships. You may require more stability. And so if you are married, or if you have a business partnership, or even if you are employee and you have other colleagues, you will require energy and efforts to strengthen yourself and to strengthen the existing relation, because this is very important for you. And also in the partnership, stability may require you a lot of patience and understanding and put efforts from your side. So those in business partnerships or those who have a business partnership, you have to get rid of this short-term success mentality, because you have to work more long-term. So you'll be successful, but it's happening that you have to work a lot. Then we have here Rahu in Aquarius in your 6th house. You know something? When you say a bad house and a bad planet, that basically is a shadow, believe it or not, this is the best, the great placement, because it's doing good here. You know why? Because in that particular house, you fight with your enemies, will bring you the edge in competition. Now you know how to understand your rivals, your competitors. You overcome obstacles. Only problem is there that will be, it's your health, especially your intestines. So you need to be very careful with what you eat. And don't overeat too much, because Rahu, it is the one that is eating, and because it's just the head, he can't feel when it's overwhelmed with food. But you have to be very careful, because after your system will be disturbed, and this is in general a great period to resolve also your health issue, or for some of you to win legal matters. Of course, that will depend on your dasha, if your dasha is good, and only then you will win. If not, you might also lose in legal battles. So Saturn is the lord of the 5th house and 6th house. Plus is transiting in the 7th house. So being in Saturn dasha and having Saturn in a good position in your birth chart, 1-to-1, you will win every single competitor of court case. Saturn is about truth. Once you fight for truth establishment of the rights of the people, of your right, Saturn becomes very strong. Now, if we're going to go here to Ketu in Leo in your 12th house, this is a great cherished placement for spirituality. So Ketu will bring a desire for spiritual exploration and solitude. You can meditate for hours with this. So you might be do a spiritual practice for rain travel or other introspective activities. Very important. The only one problem is you might be a bit confused and you may not be aware of, you know, where your money is going, because whenever Ketu transits, there is no thinking, no head. It's like headlessness. And because Ketu is in the 12th house to expenditure, it's like, I don't know where my money goes. So you need to be aware that you might be losing money even without knowing. So please have a proper balance tracker, and it's going to be good. So overall, this year looks to be a bit diverse only because of this. But in the meantime, this is one of the best year that you can have, because Jupiter, it is in the 10 and will give you name, fame, power, position, status. And after this is like gains that they will come through your business partnership, but will be little bit slow and with lot of efforts because of the Saturn. And Rahu also in the 6th. Again, great time for profession. Basically, this year will be a mixture of profession, but you win over your competitors, your enemies. And I have the feeling that by partnerships, spiritual growth, you are trying to find yourself. So, Virgo, I will say this is a great year for you. Congratulations, and move ahead all right now. So, take care. Let's go to Libra Lagna. Okay, Libra Lagna, we have here Jupiter in the 9th house. So this is great, very great for you, because here you will support your higher learning, spiritual growth, and travel opportunity for mentorships, wisdom from elders or teachers may enrich your world view. It may give you a different vision, a different perspective of your life. So it's fantastic. From the 9th Guru will aspect your Lagna. Your 3rd, because it's the natural house Sagittarius, zodiac sign for Jupiter, and your 5th house. So basically it is brilliant from here, because it's aspecting directly from here. You see the trine. So I will say to you, thumbs up. Not only to give me a like, just thumbs up for you. You're gonna have the best good job that you will done in this year. So get into close relationships with your mentors. You will strengthen your relationships, possible in the same time with your guru, with members in the spiritual community, with existing people who are guiding you, and your relationship should improve. It should deepen and should become strong and very important. And if you don't have a relationship at all, then you should get into divine relationship, and you should strengthen your communication with God. And for that, your relationship with your guru and your God brothers, your God sisters is essential, and it also shows your higher learning. Saturn will be in the 6th house, will encourage disciplined approach towards health, work, daily routine. So here there will be, might encounter some enemies, and you might have to fight here. professional, I mean. It shows you will be able to achieve a lot through perseverance and persistence. Rahu is in Aquarius in your 5th house. So will bring here creativity, inspiration, unconventional approach towards your romance or speculative investment. However, you should avoid risky financial ventures. This can be dangerous, provided, especially if you transit a bad dasha. But if your dasha is good, it will give you gains in stock market, and it will channel your creativity. So a bit of time that it's good also in the same time. But here, maybe some of you will express yourself by be creative, with your hands, or something that you want to do. Maybe you want to join a course of singing, dancing, cooking, or, some of you can do something with your hands. You can be creative. You can paint something that is unusual, like a Picasso one. Why? Because you have Rahu there. So it's something unusual. Ketu, it is in your 11th house in Leo. Here you feel detached from social circles, and you may feel like, where do I belong? Why I need this social circle if it's not helping me, and losing my precious time. But you know something, Libra, in 2025, you are just discovering yourself. And the only one that will be with you will be God. Why? Because the Jupiter here, Jupiter is the meaning of your soul, and it is in your 9th house. So if you have a good mentor in your life, if you have a good guru in your life, will bring you every single thing that you want. Because when you realize that nothing have value more than God, you are going to be detached from material world. So in the 9th house also is asking yourself if you should study, if you want to get married. But there are many questions that must be clarified by yourself, nobody else. Ketu in the 11th house, your long-term spiritual desire, they are being introspected, spiritual and material also. So therefore, if you feel that you are a bit out of social life, then it's fine. It's okay. You don't have to punish yourself, and maybe you need to be sometimes alone. So I will just try to summarize. For you, it's a great period for learning, hard work, and health and creativity. And with your social circle, you have to be a bit aware. So expect less from people, otherwise they may come and disappoint you. Have a great year, Libra, and please take care. So now we are going to Scorpio, Lagna. Where are the transits happening? At first, they are in good houses for you, except Jupiter, of course, because Jupiter, it is in your 8th house. So this is transformation. This is like encourage you to explore occult, astrology, numerology, energy healing, Reiki, so many other things like psychology research. Here we have also the inheritance, financial windfalls are possible, but you have to manage your shared resources with caution. So if you are in the finance sector, banking, financial sector, and you are dealing with money of other people, then you need to be aware that this can be a bit challenging because you may be ultra optimistic, overly optimistic, and you may feel that you can just put the money anywhere and have a tendency to take too much risk in the stock market or whatever. Then you need to control this, otherwise it will backfire. Then we'll go to Saturn, that it is in your 5th house. Saturn will bring you serious approach to creativity. You will become serious about education, children education, mantras, earn money in different ways, deep research. You will do a lot of research and knowledge, so this is good for investment in the stock market actually, and in general it's very good period for doing studies with discipline, creativity, and to develop long-term creative projects, like you want to make some software or do something in YouTube, something creative. Rahu is in your 4th house in Aquarius. So Rahu may bring you a share of domestic responsibilities, and real estate also could be there. But I will advise you not to buy a home just because you spot that house. You might become a bit obsessed with, and this could lead to unconventional experience at your home or with your family members. So therefore, if there is a requirement of time for your family members, then you should do it. So give time to your family members, listen to them, whatever you want to change or to buy a new house, and also listen to, especially to your mother, because Rahu is giving to you also a great period to learn something new. And every single time when I have Rahu in the 4th house, even if it's a birth chart, just remember that Rahu in the 4th house, they are about spirits. So if you have some experience in the houses with something unconventional or unconditional, something that it's a bizarre thing, just clean the house. Clean the house, throw away wires that they are not working, maybe cables or maybe old phones, because the best thing that you can do when Rahu is transiting to your house, whatever is the meaning of Rahu and broke wires, cables, just throwing away, throw them away. And a cleaning with a brass bell will be, or Tibet one will be very good for your house. It's like just cleaning some air in your house. Ketu in the 10th house, this is good placement, but can get you a bit confused. You might suddenly wonder what the hell I'm doing in my career. So this will bring you some detachment from the professional world. Ketu in the 10 can help you do work in spiritual domains or counseling or other humanitarian work. So overall you have the transits in good houses, but you need to understand, be careful with money, especially if it is other people money. 4th house, 5th house, 8th house, research, upgradation, and work without much expectation because of Ketu in the 10 will make to you some problems here. So do not expect something from your boss, from your manager, appreciation or something like that, because will not be exactly what you are asking for. So let's go now to Sagittarius. Sagittarius Lagna. So as you see, we have Jupiter in the 7th house. So this is fantastic. This will support partnerships, marriages, collaborations. It's time to attract very good partners. And for some of you that you are single, you can attract a romantic partner, or some of you that want just a business partner. And here Jupiter will bring to you harmonious relationship, happiness. So it's like every single person will come to you because you'll become like magnified. Saturn in Pisces in the 4th. This will bring focus to your home. There may be some energy that you might require, and especially real estate could be there on cards. You might buy a home. Be very careful, because when we are talking about Saturn, we can talk about an old one, or check the iron of the building at first. So because Saturn is the iron and the construction. Or if it's Venus Dasha that you transit, maybe you are going to buy a car. With Saturn in your 4th house, it's telling me that you have to take some family responsibilities, and maybe your family responsibilities could increase, and then you may experience a bit of delay in your satisfaction related to domestic matters, or your house or car may need some repairs. I remind you that Saturn are the pipes of the toilet and general pipes. So look forward to fix your pipes if you want your life not to have obstacles in this year. Rahu is in the 3rd house. Does excellent in the 3rd house. Will encourage innovation, communication, short travels. This is fantastic for starting your own business or having a side business from there, because it's aspecting also the 11th house. 11th house, it's networking, will also be there for you. Might do a lot of networking with foreigners or people from different religion or community or gender or something like that. And of course, the best part of this transit, apart from Jupiter in the 7th, we're gonna have also Ketu in the 9th house. That is a fantastic place for it. It's brilliant. It's mind-blowing. It will help you become more spiritual, connect to God, to more meditation. It will help you to get deeper into your philosophical pursuits. read the scriptures, meet your guru, travel abroad, learn more about God. So in short, fantastic period for you. The only one that brings delays is Saturn in fourth in Kentra. So from there, mirroring and coming in the 10th house of career, that is a natural house of karma, and all the work you will do need time to be appreciated or even to have fast results. So focus on Rahu, networking, focus on consulting, focus on social media, your growth in social media and connections with other people, because Jupiter also is in 7 and may bring success by your partner or business partners. So take care, have a great year. Let's go to Capricorn, Lagna. Here we have Jupiter in your 6th house, so focus on your health, daily routine, service. Jupiter, as you know, it's karka for fat and fatty liver and gallbladder problems. So if you have habits like drinking, it will be very dangerous. You have to take care, and you might become a bit more optimistic about your routine, or you might become a bit lazy. This is a bit problematic situation. So if your dasha it's good, you will become very disciplined. If not, then yeah, you will feel that I do not have enough time. Radical changes, you may have a lot of loans and you will not take care seriously of your responsibilities, and you're gonna see that in your real life. Saturn, it is in Pisces in your 3rd house, will bring serious approach to communication. And now if you are thinking of getting into social media, I will recommend it something that it's more with more responsibilities. Can be YouTube, can be LinkedIn. It's because Saturn, it is a serious matter, you know, and it's not showing sometimes like getting viral overnight, and Saturn, it's slow. So if you want to build a community, you have to build in something gradually, slowly. So because like this is doing the things, you might aim for interviews. So this is a great placement for that learning short distance travels and any form of social media communication, and your efforts to improve your skills will be rewarded, but with patience. You cannot expect overnight results with Saturn in the 3rd house. Then we have Rahu in Aquarius 2nd house. Great for money, bad for family life. So your family life may be a bit impacted, your marriage especially, because Jupiter is also in 6, which is 12 to 7. So Rahu influence in the 2nd house may bring you unconventional ways of earning and investing, growing your money. So financially, it's not a bad period. It's a great period. But you need to understand that Rahu always give you something, but always will have the chance to take it back. Especially black money, like Rahu, because Rahu it's a shade color, you know, it's a shadow. And to earn money through wrong means, so you have to be very careful with it. And the other reason why I'm saying black money is because the fourth planet, that it's a shadow again, Ketu, in Leo, is in your 8th house, transiting in the 8th. So Ketu will encourage a spiritual approach, but will be filled with transformation. And if you are not careful, there could be, you know, defamation, court case, and basically you have to see also your dasha. It's very important to see, because if it's a bad dasha and you are not careful with that, any time can be arrest, imprisonment, or sometime it's like something that you do not expect that will go wrong on that, because again it's a shoddy one. Why I'm saying that? Because sometimes maybe we are tempted to do something like that, or tax evasion, or anything that deal with government money. So better be careful on that. And Saturn in the 3rd house speaks about responsibility. So be careful what you speak, how you speak, what you write in social media. Some sides are a bit negative for you, and on the positive end is great having 2 planets in the Earth houses, 2nd house, 6th house, and 3rd house if you know how to use it. So it's great for communication, for expressing yourself, earning money, job interview, and all this. So it's really great on the external end, but avoid doing wrong things and avoid spoiling relationships with your spouse, and your married life might be a bit affected. So these are 2 things which you need to take care, Capricorn, all right? So I wish you all the best and leave the rest to God to take care whatever you cannot take care, Capricorn. So let's go to Aquarius Lagna. So Jupiter, it is transiting in your 5th aspecting. It's the aspect that we have also to Lagna and to your 9th house. Fantastic position. This will support your creativity, your love romance. If you are single, you can get into a relationship. And if you are in a relationship, you can get married, because 11th house also shows marriage. And if you're already married, you can have children, because 5th house, as you know, is the prime house of children, and Guru is the karka for children. So you may experience growth in matters related to children, education, and artistic pursuits. For some of you, the children can be also a pet. So nothing gets excluded here, because it's supposed of the age of the family. So when you get married, when you are together, or anything can happen here. So we have now here Saturn in Pisces 2nd house. This is your desire to earn more money, but through discipline and structure. And when Saturn is transiting the second, there could be a situation in your family, like I could be anything about discipline, like discipline yourself. And when you discipline yourself, only then you should go and try to discipline others, okay? Saving, having financial security. So when you will do that, that time you're going to go to ask for others, okay? Because this is very important. This is one of the most important lessons that you're going to take in this year. And here it is good for long-term investments, not for short-term. So let's say that you are going to invest in a land, something that will be there for the family. This is very good. Now we are going to be here on Rahu in your Lagna, first house. So can bring a hyper-inflated conception of the self. You may think you are the best, and you may think you know better than everybody else, and everybody else is good for nothing. So be very, very, very careful here. And Ketu, it is in the 7th, so you may feel everybody around is behaving like an idiot. You may feel like it happens, so you need to understand that you might develop some level of narcissism. And on top of that, Rahu, it's receiving the aspect of Jupiter, which is kind of good and bad at the same time, you know, because this is your self-beliefs, your conceptions about yourself that will be kind of magnified. Ketu, it's also in your 7th in Leo, so please be aware that you have the right to express yourself, you have the right to earn money, but don't bully others. Don't humiliate others. Don't insult others if you do. And if you do, you will face it back. Now, one thing is Ketu in 7th may give you a great opportunity to spirituality in your marriage. So if you are already married, maybe you should do some spiritual practice together, or you may start asking, what's wrong in my marriage? You know, there's no happiness, you are just staying as a formality, and you want to break off this marriage, so you might get something else. But this tendency, if you look down on others, you are starting to see big changes, and avoid to do something that you cannot control. Financially, it's good. You'll grow. It's great for finance, creativity in your career, name, fame. Saturn aspects the 11, but be very careful with your marriage and your married life in general, and your spouse especially, because you may feel your relationship is not worth maintaining. But the moment you feel, I will try to bring spirituality, meditation, travel in holy places, both of you, donations to poor people by both of you, your married life will change. In other words, if you put your attention in spirituality, Ketu will gift you with every single thing, from success in partnership, marriage, and fame. All the best, Aquarius. We go to Pisces. Pisces Lagna. Last but not the last, as always, Jupiter will be in your 4th house. Saturn will be in your 1st house. Rahu will be in your 12th house, and Ketu will be in your 6th house. Yes, it is a mixed transit, okay? Mixed year. But let's see here first with Jupiter in the 4th house. This is great. This is basically great for transit and transformation of your home, like interior design or doing spiritual practice in your home, buying a new car or a new house. Anything is great for home. Good chance to make donation to different types of homes, shelters, old people homes, education homes for disabled people. You can donate clothes, food, school books, pencils and pens. Please avoid to buy ink pens on Saturday as per my video attached at the end. Learn something like to educate yourself and to look for emotional well-being, and also opportunities to enhance your domestic happiness will also come, and maybe come also property. You never know. It's like I mentioned before. Saturn, Shani in Lagna. It is in Pisces, 1st house. This can force you to be extremely disciplined. You see, now you need to take control of your life. Check every area, what's going on with your health, with your profession, with your finances, with your social circle, your marriage, your enemies, your disease, your spiritual life, your friend circle, with everybody. Why? Saturn will bring introspection, and it will slow your life a bit. So when I say slow, I don't mean that it will not give you anything, but it will give you with gradual effort. So be prepared to work hard, Pisces Lagna. Your responsibilities may increase, but they will lead to long-term stability and growth. So this is a period where you need to understand and then act wisely. Rahu in Aquarius in the 12th house. This is great for you. Now going to foreign lands to explore different spiritual connections, or going for a vacation with your lover or your spouse. But in general, I have seen with Rahu transiting the 12th, you get your desire, spiritual apparently, but actually it's most materialistic. I'm just going to give to you a sample. You know, maybe you are going to a spiritual program, and after you finish the times that you go to that spiritual program, after going there, you will find yourself delighting in eating all the good things that basically it's materialistic, because it's going to your stomach, you know. So now we go to Ketu in the 6th house. It could bring some confusion in your daily work. So this is a period where you have to become a bit serious, because Ketu is a slower whatever Ketu transit, it will always ask you, why are you doing this? Is this required at all? Are you doing it because you want to sustain yourself, or are you want to be happy? It's like, why in the universe are you doing something? So if you feel that, you are confused. You are unable to decide, but your motivation has to be clear. So please check, why are you doing something, and only then you will realize that your motivation was not correct. And in general, this can be a bit confusing period for your work. So overall, this year is like a mixed year for you. So the good thing is you can explore, you can learn, focus on your home, and with your life. 2025 will makes you feel isolated, or you'll try to do things by being alone. Please take care and have a good year, Pisces. So next video will be one of the most important, Mars transit in every ascendant and the huge impact in our lives, remedies and support from numerology. Do not forget that 2025 is reduced by 9. It is Mangal, Mars number, and will provide many endings, unexpected, especially until the half of the year. So see you soon. Thank you for like, subscribe or share. Stay tuned for the next video. Take care. Bye bye.